welcome back to Karhuvaara. Yeah, we are here on this beautiful map in Finland again, and I think I might have to turn down the volume on this tractor a bit. Unfortunately, or well, not unfortunately, it's basically just my own stupidity. I don't record separate audio tracks between the game and my voice, so if I accidentally have the tractor a bit too loud, the entire episode is scrapped. So yeah, I rather quiet down the tractor a bit, but I probably should get into learning how to record separate audio tracks. It's not really difficult, probably just a setting in OBS. I don't know. I really need to kind of do that at some point. Yeah, we are back here recording basically back to back to the last episode. So in the last episode I said I have no idea where to go with the series, and even I don't know if you want to continue, and I'm kind of looking for your feedback. Thing is, I can't really look what you've said yet because, well, the episode isn't out yet and I'm just recording the next one. I did actually go back to watch my old episodes, and it actually was only two we did on here. The first one was basically a overview of the farm, and the second one was mowing. If you want to watch them again, or watch them because you haven't seen them yet, I will try to link them one way or another here. Maybe I see if I can link the playlist up in the left corner, one of those corners. But yeah, I kind of went back and watched it a little, and I have to say that I did enjoy the story, or the roleplay, the story I was going with here, and I think there is some life left in this safe game. So yeah, just going to see. As I've said in the last episode, the style of farm where only fields right next to it, and the way that this map doesn't really lend itself to much traveling across the map might make it boring at some point, but I think we can actually have some fun till that, and maybe we'll give it a try. So yeah, this is the second time I'm recording now in 2 days. It was actually yesterday, but technically it was today because it was after midnight, but yeah, it's been a few hours since the last episode, and I thought, why not do another recording. So first I thought I want to do a time lapse of the heading here, but that's not really necessary. We're almost done here. So yeah, what felt like having taken forever basically with a little mower is actually now rather fast. The Tedder, I think the Tedder has about twice the working width of a mower. If I drive like that, I can basically hit two swaths at once, so that's nice. I don't really know what to do in terms of implements and equipment, and I guess we're kind of transitioning into the story and roleplay mode again now, because, well, I talked about everything I wanted to talk about, so let's go back to the story. Thing is that this little tractor really, I mean, it did pull the mower, and we were driving 80 kilometers per hour, which is not too slow, but it had to work a lot for it. And the thing is, the grass here isn't really dense. I mean, this has not been farmed in a long time, or properly farmed. I mean, obviously there are no like hedges and bushes and trees growing in this pasture, or the pasture has been used, but this entire farm has not been used as a farm for a long time. The house is nice, and the house has been used, and the house actually has been renovated recently, but the outbuildings really have been kind of neglected. And last time, I mean, this is an old barn for horses or sheep or something like that, and the last time that there were actually animals here is probably many years ago. I don't have the exact history on this place, but I'm pretty sure that there haven't been any animals in a long time. So this pasture and the other meadow and this meadow over there. Basically, they were just mowed once a year by a neighboring farmer, and so he didn't really take care of them in terms of like putting fertilizer on it or manure or something like that. And he basically once a year came by and cut it down, made hay or silage, and that was that. So it isn't completely overgrown or anything, but it's not in the best of health in terms of the density of grass and all of that. So I think that if we take care of this entire farmstead and make sure that we maybe resow some of the grass and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure that we can really increase the amount of grass on those fields. I'm not sure if this little tractor can handle that. So I think I kind of knew that all along, but it's becoming very apparent to me right now that I really do have to think about getting another tractor. Because, well, first of all, it runs on gasoline, so it's not really economical to run this for large periods. I mean, it's pretty stupid. Looking at it like that is pretty stupid because, well, this will never be a moneymaker, right? I mean, I spent tons of money on this thing. I spent a decent amount of money on the implements. I mean, they were all pretty cheap, but I have a lot of them, so that makes up for something. And this isn't enough area to like properly farm for profit. So I think the only or the main way how this entire farm can make a profit is basically the trees, forests, selling some of that. Also, I think selling the hay could bring in some money, but I'm not sure. Thing is that we have a lot of forest here. We don't have that much farmland. It also means we don't have that many farms. So I'm not sure if there's even the need for more hay or silage or something like that for other farmers, or if they just if they're covered. So I really don't know if there's any money to be made in that way. I eventually want to have my own animals, and of course, then I need hay, yeah, right, the hay for myself. But obviously, the animals don't really make that much money either. So I don't think it's going to be a money printing machine. So technically, it's probably the most economical to keep the machines I have or to use the small machines. But I really, well, I'm crazy about machines. I mean, why would I have this and the other stuff? So, yeah, it's rather likely that I'm going to buy a little bit of a bigger tractor and maybe a bigger mower and yeah, just to see and to have fun with it. And I don't know. I mean, technically, now I could attach the mower again and do the third pasture now. But we also have rain coming, so I'm not sure if that is the best idea. One thing I wanted to do was to cut down some trees, and I don't really know if I mean, right here I could cut down a few trees right here maybe. Cut down a few trees and try to load them with a loader into this thing and them put them somewhere. I really don't know. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a I said it, talked about it in like episode 1 or episode 2. I'm kind of really afraid of cutting down trees because this is pretty much untouched property right now. The forests are the way they are, and I think they are very nice, and I like them. I'm kind of afraid when I start cutting down trees and lightening the forest. It might look different, and obviously fresh trees don't grow as fast. But the thing is, I'm just going to get a chainsaw right now, and I'm going to cut down a tree. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I am going to do that. So finally, finally, I did not cut down a single tree since I was here. I removed a few bushes and stuff like that, but I did not cut down a tree. So walking back here, I saw a tree somewhere here that is basically not really much of a tree left. Here it is. There it is. This is already broken off right there and basically encroaching on this tree space, so I can just cut that down. Just cut it down. Well, maybe in the other direction? I don't know. I think I'm cutting it down to lay in that direction. I think that is a good idea. Okay. Kinda sucks. Well, our first timber. It was easy. I mean, obviously it was, but the next question is, of those 3 trees, technically not all 3 have to stay here. But the issue is if I cut down this one, it's going to... It's long enough to reach to at least the fence, so I'm not prepared to do that right now. Maybe later on, but kind of afraid to hit something and break something, so let's just go back here. I mean, those 2 are, well, if I remove this one is probably going to be taken down by the wind because it's so thin, so yeah, I can't do that. I could remove this one so that this one can grow, but I really don't know. It's really difficult to actually find the trees you want to cut down. It's not... I mean, obviously I can cut this thing down. This is pretty broken already. Come on, what's broken here? Did I mention previously that I hate the way they did the forestry stuff in FS22? I really don't like this. So those are very close. Okay, let's just cut this one down and see what happens. Let's just see what happens. Wow. That was a big tree. That was crazy. Huh. It's not like I never done this before, as I told you earlier, that I did actually make some money working in the logging industry before going over to being a mechanic, but it's still always impressive to take a tree down, especially a big one like this. That's pretty crazy. And the earth kind of shakes, the tree falls. So now I guess I have to make it like bite-sized pieces? Maybe like that. Like that. And you know what? Just bring down my saw right here and get our nice big loader machine. Yes, so looking forward to using that one. So let's do it. Close this door one first. Open that one. So looking forward to actually working with it. I mean, I did a few things with it, but not really like work, more like a few not really timbers. What do you call these things? They are timbers, right? Like bigger pieces of construction wood and stuff like that. So let's just get into this nice machine here. And I was talking about that in the other machine. I just absolutely love how utilitarian the thing is and how basically basic this thing is, and it's incredible. It has a nice sound to it. You can hear it right now. Well, maybe you're not going to hear it because I did turn down the volume. So let me just raise the volume again. So yep, that works. Very nice. Yep, everything still works. I'm not sure, the thing hasn't run in a couple of weeks maybe. So let's just raise this out of the way. And now try to get out of here without... Yep, that's fine. Now, drive in here. It's such a weird feeling driving the thing, because there's nothing in front of you. Literally, absolutely nothing. I mean, obviously if you take the thing down, there is this in front of you, but still, it is a really odd feeling. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, no, I don't regret buying this one bit. I am in absolute love with this old equipment stuff, and I kind of, okay, that's a nice small tree. Kind of don't want to ruin that and drive around it. Kind of also love the old Volvo stuff, so I don't know, maybe one day we'll get another Volvo tractor. They aren't actually that common in Finland, not as much as you'd think. But there are some, so. Okay, I did not manage to pick this one up. Try again. Try again. Still trying to get used to the controls of this thing, obviously. Yeah, there's no joystick. There is no joystick here. It's basically just levers. And yeah, so it's a bit different to controlling modern machinery. Oh no, please stay on there, please stay on there. I mean, this is such a small thing. The thing is, I can't really get out until this thing is lowered, so I lower it, get out, and I'm just going to grab this and move it on here a bit more. So yeah, this is not really heavy. What a beautiful machine. I absolutely love it. I mean, this is so utilitarian and rugged, and you have this small cap and you really don't see anything in any direction, and it's just incredible. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. So yeah, you've noticed that I'm absolutely in love with those machines. So that is the main reason, honestly. That is the main reason why I got them, why I have the property, and it's just to play. This is basically it. Alright. Kind of. How did this happen? What? Okay. Put this on there. Why? How? What? Oh no. And the really sad thing about DLC vehicles is that you can't fix them. They have issues like that. I mean, I don't know, is this the collision of the tree wrong? No, it doesn't really look like it. So I really think that for some reason. Yeah. Yep. Glitch right through it. What's the point of the thing then? Come on. Oh no. Well, I mean, this log is pretty light. I can just drag it here to the side. But I really wanted to load it onto the thing. Maybe later. So let's just try with another one. And yeah, unfortunately, we're kind of back to the fourth wall breaking. Oh, don't destroy this. Back to the fourth wall breaking right here, and back to being angry about stuff that doesn't work. And I really hoped I would dodge that bullet playing on this map and with those base game vehicles, and not anymore. So not any mods, but not the mods that I did previously. I don't want to say, you know, American mods, because it always sounds really mean, but that's basically what it comes down to. And anyways, unfortunately, even the default trained vehicles seem to have a very hard time dealing with logs, so maybe this bigger log works better. We'll see about that right now. This thing is very long. I don't really know if I can actually load this onto my chipper, or if it... And obviously I also have it the wrong way around, so the heavy end is on the right now, so the heavy end will be sticking out. I think that's a big problem. Yeah, I don't think I can get the thing on there. At least not... I mean, I could cut it down once more. I'm not really sure about the length, and if I want to bring the thing to the paper mill, basically. It's not a paper mill idea, it's a sawmill, but I think they don't make logs or boards out of... not logs, timbers and boards out of those trees. I think they only make paper, basically, so... But maybe I can just not do that and put that log down right here. I think that is not a bad idea. Pretty much, yeah. That's also kind of a negative of this machine. This is all it can do in terms of tipping. So it's a bit of a cumbersome machine. I'm not going to lie about that. But it was really cheap compared to like proper wheel loaders. And I think it looks so amazing and makes fun noises, and yeah, it's really nice that way. So just see if I can pick this one up. I also think that this is kind of shorter, so maybe I can get this into the... And at this point I'm just playing around, right? We're not really doing much work right now. Okay, I did not manage to pick that up right, and I managed to run into a tree. Luckily, this thing is pretty rugged. Very big cast iron weight in the back, so that's not really an issue. But yeah, I guess I need to learn to work with this machine. Whoa, there was a stump there. Kind of. Wow. Okay. Guess I need to be careful about that. Well, I did something. Wasn't really what I've planned, but I guess I cut down a tree and I removed some logs. I really need to do some more exercising with the thing, but let's just drive out of the forest again. Do you hear this beautiful sound? So, for a moment, just park right here. This one down. Oh. And exit this vehicle and just take a look. This is the bucket I have for it. Yeah, that doesn't help much when dealing with logs. So I might look into getting kind of a log grapple or something like that. Probably not something that is available for this machine, for this Tetcher, but I could probably make something work. So the issue is, do I have a spare hydraulic? I don't think I have a spare hydraulic. Where does... Oh, I do, right here. Right there. I mean, this goes to the... It actually has automatic locking for the implement, so you can basically quick attach. But here is 2 lines that aren't connected to anything. So I'm pretty sure it has spare lines for a certain function, like a grapple. So that might be a nice idea. Yeah, I need to kind of look around for maybe a used grapple I can adapt to that or something like that. So the thing is, we actually need to do some more tedding stuff. But what I really thought about doing right now, I didn't really have to do that. I kind of wanted to get this thing out here. So it's a hydrostatic one. It's actually quite fast. First time I got onto it, I got kind of scared because it really, really, really moves. Um, yeah, kinda want to mow my lawn a bit with this thing, but not the lawn, but kind of right here. I'm not sure. I really should do that right now. Actually, I don't really have to mow my lawn. I mean, it's pretty. It's still okay. So grab that. Yeah, it's really weird. Each time I'm at home, I'm kind of really kind of lost what to do. And I mean, I did a lot of work, right? Since I've moved here, I did actually do some renovations on the house and fixing. I did some fixing on all the outbuildings. I fixed some roof leaks. Actually, replaced some beams and stuff that were kind of rotted. So I pretty much made sure that those things last for a long while. And yeah, I cleaned it up a little, so there was actually a lot of trash on this property. Not like trash, but like scrap metal and um, a lot of old wood laying around that's basically not completely rotted away, not usable for anything anymore, and old fencing and wire and stuff like that. So basically stuff that accumulates on a farm. And I did a lot of work in that regard, but I'm kind of overwhelmed. Each time I'm here, I'm kind of doing this, doing that, starting this, starting that, and I'm actually surprised at how far I got. But the thing is, I mean, I really, really loved to have a workshop right there, so I did a lot of work there. I mean, all the equipment that I've already painted, like all the plow and the other thing, like I really, really spent a lot of time in here, like basically taking stuff apart and um, using a wire wheel on it and removing the rust and painting it. And I mean, it's not, these are not great paint jobs, not like car quality paint jobs. It's just an old farm implement that I slapped some paint on. But basically, I did a lot of work in here, and each time I'm in here, I'm kind of grounded, right? I'm relaxed and I'm kind of focused. But each time I'm out there and running around the property, I'm kind of all over the place because it's just so much work here and I don't know where to start and what to do first. So that was one of those moments. I probably should cut that out of the video, but I'm going to be honest here and let that be part of the video, where just for a moment I thought, yeah, I want to go to mow the lawn, and I drove drove up and I realized, well, actually, not really necessary now. And I mean, obviously, I could start to mow around here, like between here and the bushes. There's would be like 1 or 2 width of the mower, and could mow here. And but if I start this, where does it end? I mean, this is already a nice fenced-in area where the lawn is mowed, and everywhere else it's just kind of the way it is. And I personally think that every last centimeter of the farm has to be mowed and clean. And I know it's for some people it's really important that they will pretty much mow the entire farms, that anything that has grass is mowed. And I mean, it doesn't really play as much of a role here because there's so much nature here. But in areas where there isn't as much nature, think it's horrible that all the grass is basically cut down, so there are no insects and no small animals and nothing can live there. Because like in an area like this where there's like different weeds and stuff and grass and bushes and all kinds of things. I mean, so many animals can live there. It's such a great habitat for all kinds of things. And if you just go over that with a mower like every 2 to 4 weeks, you're completely destroying that. There is no life left in that area. And I mean, I kind of get that you want a nice area around your house where the grass is short and where it looks neat. But really, I mean, the entire property, there's no reason, there's no point. And it's a lot of excess work you have to do, a lot of fuel, and it is bad for the environment. And there's really no reason for that. And yeah, I'm kind of talking way too much right now. So let's not do that. Um let's instead just pause the video right here, and I'll be back when there's something new to do, basically in terms of haymaking. Well, we are back. So basically, 2 days past the first initial cut. I've tedded 2 more times, and now we are here with our beautiful, beautiful row making machine. Windrow, I think it's called. And yeah, as you can see, I repainted that. I mean, I wouldn't walk up too close to it and look at it because the paint job really isn't that great, but it's better than nothing. So at least this way it's kind of protected and doesn't rust. I mean, this weird like open barn here. So let's just see if the thing works. Obviously, I have not tested it before, like so many things. So yeah, the question is, does the thing work? Going to see. First of all, let's just lower the thing. I mean, it looks like kind of it working. So I think we need to kind of go the other way. So from the outside in, like that, probably. Does work. What more do you want? So I don't think I need that much throttle. Maybe like this. And I'm just going in circles and kind of making rows, I guess. So time lapse. We are done. At least with one field. We have another one to go still, but this one is done, and took a while. Took a while longer than I expected, maybe. I'm not sure. I started out really slow, then I tried to speed up a bit. I'm not sure how fast I can drive until this tether, swatter, rake, whatever you want to call it. The tether is not the right term. Windrower or rake stops working properly. So now you'll see if we can fit between those trees with the swath thingy extended. What I wanted to say is, the faster I go, the more it leaves behind. Technically, or basically, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Those those tines or whatever you call them move with a fixed speed, or at least, well, they move according to the RPM of the tractor. And the faster you drive, the less time each tine has to pick up hay. So at some point it'll just leave more and more on the ground. Obviously you could combat that by using higher RPM, and that might be possible. I'm kind of scared because this thing already spins so fast. But as I replace these bells, I don't know what they are called, drive bells, or, well, the bells for the entire tine mechanism. They are kind of important, and they were dry rotted and not the best anymore, so I've replaced them. And that should in theory mean that I could drive this implement with quite some RPM. So I don't know, maybe this works. I already sped up a bit, and I could try to speed up a bit more. And yeah, and in theory, as long as the RPM increases in the same rate, or with the same rate as the speed increases, this could work. So far, no weird noises. Yeah, maybe we can drive that fast. We'll just try it, because we're kind of in a time-sensitive environment here with our hay. Another big issue is that I have to do something else later on this day, as well, sorry about that cut. My hard drive was filled up again. Yeah, forgot to delete the past few videos I recorded, and that is usually not a great idea because my hard drive is pretty full of videos already, mostly real life videos that, well, I never get to cut, don't want to cut. Also stuff that already was used in videos but I just forgot to delete. I really need to clean up my video hard drive, but deleting videos is really difficult. I mean, let's play stuff, yeah, okay, I kinda, if I don't use something or something like that, it's gone, that's fine. But real life video stuff, I mean, that's something that I hang on to that a bit more. So yeah, I'm having a hard time deleting stuff I didn't use in the end, or I don't plan on using, or that just didn't turn up, yeah, right, turn out the way I wanted to. Because I think, yeah, well, maybe I want to watch it at some point, or maybe I will find a use for it. But yeah, I really need to clean up my hard drive a bit. Talking about that stuff, there was quite a bit jump in time, in real life time actually. I started, and I think I talked about this, I started the initial part of this recording right after the first one, basically even before I released the first one. Then I'm pretty sure I did some of the recording, or I'm not even, did I do a cut? I don't know. See, it has been this long, I don't even remember anymore. If I recorded the first part of this episode in 2 batches, or if it was just one recording. But the thing is that there has been about maybe 1.5 weeks, almost 2 weeks. I don't even know when the first episode released. I don't think it released last week. I think it released the week before, and today is Friday. I think it released Friday the week before, so we are coming up on 2 weeks. Is that possible? I'm really flying that fast? I don't know. Anyways, it has been a while, and I'm really sorry about that. Currently I'm trying to do 1 video per week on my German Rebach series. Well, that was shit. Rebach series. Yeah, I pronounced the wrong word in German and the wrong word in English. Rebach series. That way around, it's right. Yeah, I really, I'm having a hard time with combining both languages. I think I'm fine talking in English only, and I'm fine obviously talking in German only, but as soon as I need to translate or combine both languages, my brain gets all messed up and weird stuff comes out of my mouth. So yeah, that's most definitely a thing. Yeah, what I just noticed is that my accent and general talking is worse again, because, well, obviously last time I recorded for about 40 minutes, and then I did the other one right after, and at that point I felt pretty good about myself and the language. although at that point we did English streams with Disturbed, and so I was kind of a little bit more used to talking English, and now 2 weeks have gone. Last week I wasn't part of the streams. Yesterday I was part of the English stream, but last week I don't think there was 2 English streams, and this week there is also only one. So yeah, my immersion in the language is kind of getting less, or got less over the past few days, and that actually means that yeah, I feel like I already lost a bit of ability to speak again. That's kind of a thing. That's really something. Yeah, the more I speak English, obviously, the better it gets, and I usually take maybe 20 to 30 minutes of talking to really get into the groove. And yeah, so since it's been such a long time, but what I actually wanted to say is I'm currently trying to do 1 video per week on the German series, and if I'm being honest, this is basically the most I can do right now. So that is why the English series, yeah, is kind of not that regular. My hope, or my wish for myself when I started recording here in Karhuvaara again, obviously I wasn't sure if I even want to do it or can do it, or if anybody wants to watch, but the feedback was very, very positive, so I'm very happy about that. And I did have a lot of fun recording the first one and also the first part of this episode, so we're going to continue this. But I did imagine myself recording 1 episode per week, so I basically have 2 episodes per week, 1 English one and 1 German one. I don't think I can do this right now. I think I talked about this before. I took a bit of a YouTube vacation, YouTube pause, and I'm not really fully back, and I'm probably not going to be fully back for a while. So yeah, I just don't want to and can't spend as much time on a PC as I did in the olden days, like 2-3 years ago. By this point, not that long ago, but 2 years ago maybe. So yeah, that's the thing. So I don't know. What I want to say is, first of all, sorry that it took this long for the second episode to come out, and secondly, I will try to record 1 English video per week, but I can't make any promises right now because the German series will come first. I did actually do that now for 8 weeks in a row, 1 video per week, and that's actually way more than I did for the past 2 years, way more consistency than I did for the past 2 years, so I'm actually kind of proud of that. It's not really something to be proud of because, well, 1 video a week isn't that much, but to be honest, at least in the German series, I usually have 1.5 to 2 hours, maybe even more, of actual like recording time, and obviously there's setup time and stuff like that, and then cutting and so on. So there's a few hours in 1 episode, and yeah, that's just the most I can kind of bring myself to spend on the PC right now. Another issue, or not really issue, but another thing is I spent a lot of time last week to fix my shifter. I do now have 2 shifters. I have a G27 Logitech steering wheel and a G27 shifter. Oh boy, now I'm really getting bad at the pronunciation. G27 shifter, and I need to slow down. That's my issue. I need to slow down my talking, and the pronunciation would be better. Let's just take a breather and slow down for a minute. And I do have a second shifter now, a 3D printed shifter I made myself, and I was basically working on that in January, and I didn't finish it. I ran into a few problems. Basically, I printed out a kind of prototype and developed along the way, printing out several parts several times until they worked, and in the end my switches my micro switches didn't work because they were too short, and I ordered new ones, but then I never installed them. So yeah, I printed new brackets last week and installed the switches, and those worked, and then I needed to find the solution to mount the shifter to the wall and print a bracket for that, and yeah, that also took some time away from playing Farm Sim. So yeah, overall that week was just not so much farm sim. Also, I really didn't spend much time on the computer in that week. So yeah, that's basically what's going on and what's happening, and that is what also will be continuing. So yeah, I'm sorry I don't have any like good news. I would love to tell you, well, there will be an episode every Friday or something like that, but I just can't do that. I just can't promise that because I will mess up. I will not have one in time, and the issue is if I try to record the video when I don't really feel like it, late at night when I'm really tired and I don't want to play farm sim, that obviously shows, and I don't want to do that. I did it for a while, and I don't know how many people noticed, and the channel was also running pretty well, but I kind of got really bored with farm sim overall, and I also felt like the numbers on the channel just were going downhill, and I knew that I kind of would have to change something and make the videos better, but I just couldn't do it because I had no fun in doing the videos at all, and yeah, it was a mess. So I don't want to go back into that whole self-destroying system. So yeah, videos will be recorded whenever they will be recorded. Maybe more, maybe less. Maybe there's a pause of a week or 2 or 3, who knows. But that way, at least you can be sure that every video I do record, I actually have a lot of fun recording and playing. And I think that is more important than having regular videos. At least to all those watching. Obviously not to all those not watching, because, well, if you do it that way, you don't have any channel growth. Channel growth comes from a certain amount of consistency in the uploads and video styling, quality, and so on, and obviously I don't have that right now. But that doesn't really matter. I mean, we're here for the fun of it, and yeah, I had my times where I wasn't, and those weren't good times, so those are much better times right now in terms of YouTube, at least. Yeah, another thing I wanted to tell or say or talk about, and you already noticed we have a license plate right here. I got a very nice comment, and I'm sorry, I am horrible with names, so I need to pull up the comment. Is it somewhere? Oh yeah, right here. Mr. Mazzoni wrote a great comment about number plates, license plates on the tractor. Thanks for that comment, and he told me that tractors have yellow license plate with black numbers, and cars have the white ones. So I did have the wrong license plate on the Volvo dumper. And yeah, also this tractor didn't have a license plate at all. It was not registered. Now it is. Kind of a continuity error in the story, of course, but I think, or I hope you forgive me. Well, I tried to fix that now. And yeah, also I accidentally had the same license plate on both cars, so I fixed that too. Now I do have a question for Mr. Mazzoni. What do the numbers mean? Are the numbers random, or are they special? We're here on Karhuvaara, and Karhuvaara is set in North Savo in Finland, and my question would be, is there like an area specific number or letter combination in the license plate? So if I want to have realistic license plates for this area, do I need to change the numbers to something specific, or are they just completely random? I know that in some European countries the license plates are actually really random, so random number and letter combinations, but also in a lot of European countries, like Germany for example, part of the letter or part of the numbers are determined by the area code where the vehicle is registered. So yeah, I'm not sure if that is the case in Finland or not, but maybe you can tell me, and then I will fix that also accordingly. And actually, yes, those yellow license plates are part of the map, just as the white ones. So this map is really cool in the way that they have the real Finnish license plates in the map. Actually, I will kind of show you just right now. Yeah, I want to show you. Walking over to the dumper real quick. As you can see, we also have the yellow plates right here on the dumper. and walking to the car. We have two difference now. I do have the T and Q on both of the cars again. I'm not sure if the first combination is kind of like a area code or not. I would love to hear about that. So yeah, I did that. I also fixed the license plates on the trailers. This thing does not have any license plate. I don't know if a reloader needs license plates. For now, this thing isn't leaving my farm, so it's not really necessary to register it. But also, I would like to know if this thing would need a license plate if it were to go on the road. Yeah, so that's it. I fixed that, and yeah, please tell me if I need to change the numbers or letters to something else. I also can show you if I go in here, or basically not just you, but anybody. I think you already know the map pretty well. But yeah, there is this like short yellow sign. There's the longer one, and obviously the a white one, very short without the EU spec, and then the normal sign with the EU spec thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool on this map. Yeah, I do love this map. I really, the more I play on it, the more I kind of start to realize nice things. The sounds are really incredible on this map. There are so many sounds, forest sounds. If you get close to the forest and the trees, it's really, really nice to hear all that. I was kind of confused at first. Where are the sounds coming from? What's broken? But yeah, actually there's a lot of environment sounds and like birds. You can hear birds in the forest and stuff like that. So that is actually really, really well done. So this map, despite it not having much on it, basically, I mean, it's just well, a lot of forest and not much else, because well, that is realistic for the area. It does have a lot of attention to detail, not just visual, but also sounds, and the general feel of the map is just is a really incredible feel. I mean, just look at this forest. Doesn't that look like a really cool forest? I mean, we have so many different trees on this map. We don't have the feeling that there's like the same 4 trees everywhere and all the foliage is on the ground and stuff. That's just it's really pretty, and yeah, I think it's a great map. It really is, and those are things you only come to appreciate if you play on it. That's not something you see on your first look. And yeah, just, I mean, look at that. It's just, I think the environment on this map, it feels really immersive and realistic. And yeah, so I think, or maybe, I mean, we talked about long-term motivation on a map like this, where there's not much to do and not much to find, and not much to explore. And basically not many reasons to leave the farm, basically, because there's nothing outside of the farm, more or less. But I think just through sheer beauty, this map can actually be a map that can hold some long-term motivation, even for somebody like me who likes to leave a farm and likes to drive around on a map and likes to have fields all over the place. Because, well, even if I stay here in the area on the farm, it's just so beautiful and like naturey feeling that yeah, it's not boring. So yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see where we end up. And obviously I've talked about, I don't know in the last or this episode, about going maybe to a different map and maybe doing a English series on an English map. Maybe doing English series on a German map, but German maps are really rare to find good ones. And yeah, kind of different sorts. Like doing an English series on an English map is, I mean, from my point of view it makes sense. From your point of view it probably doesn't, because most of my viewers probably aren't from the UK. Most of my viewers watching the English streams probably are from other countries of the EU and Germany and maybe the US, and I don't know. So yeah, that doesn't make much sense from that point of view. But for me it kind of makes sense. But also obviously it would make sense to just play on a German map and do my typical playstyle that I do everywhere, and just do it in English, because I think that would be something that probably many of you would also be interested in, because each time I do on a different map, obviously if I do an English map, my playstyle will be a little bit different, my vehicle selection will be a little bit different, and obviously this here is very different. We have basically a farmstead, homestead playstyle and stuff like that. So yeah, um, we'll see. We'll see. I think I talk way too much again, but that is just kind of what happens. Not many time lapses and a lot of talking. I'm sorry about that. I'm really trying, kind of, or not, or I don't know. Um, the thing is, I'm new to this playstyle. That is part of it. I'm kind of finding my groove, or found my groove on Rehbach, where I really do the time lapses and stuff again, like I did way back when I started with the Let's Plays, where I did a lot of time lapses because I couldn't talk for a long time at the time, or well, basically after a few sentences I didn't know what to say, so I just started a time lapse. That is basically how this all got got started. And yeah, I still have not included manual attach. I forgot again, but we will do that in due time. But yeah, the playstyle here is very different, so kind of getting into the group, when to time lapse, when not to, when to talk, is different, and is something I kind of need to figure out, I think. Also, I do think that this playstyle will change. I hope I don't give away too much, but we are kind of in the end of the video, and we have not really done story in like 18 minutes or something like that. So yeah, I do think that the playstyle will change, that maybe vehicles will change, that we will upgrade to something else, or that we will introduce more implements or stuff like that. So I don't want to stay basically doing the same thing again and again. I want to like upgrade and improve this farmstead, and yeah, basically my love for implements and vehicles and collecting them and having them will be displayed in this in this save game. So we'll see where it leads to, but yeah, so things will also change in that regard. Anyways, I think I did talk way too much again. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you very much for watching. Um, and yeah, I love all your comments, so I'm very excited to see them again. And if you have any suggestions or whatever you want to tell me, just tell me in the comments. And yeah, I think that is a nice sentence to end this. I hope you have a wonderful day. Until next time, goodbye.